feel like a huge misconception is the fact that sorority girls are fake. And that bothers me a lot because even in the media it's portrayed at a young age and in movies, girls are growing up thinking that women can't really be friends. Like large groups of women can't really like each other that much. But in fact, that's the reason we joined the sororities, because of the friendships that we made, and that's also why we stay.
People see all the time the stepping, the chanting, the competition against one another, things of that nature, partying or just wearing letters and being loud and rowdy in a group. That's a very big misconception about fraternity organizations, fraternal organizations, and sororities for that matter. It's a lot bigger than that. It's about what we were basically founded on, which is brotherhood, sisterhood, being together, community service, uplifting, doing things in our communities to help one another to be better, helping each other to be better, helping each other through our collegiate journey, and reaching our final goals, which is graduation and then being an active part of the community.
Well, the first thing I would say is that the only thing movies have gotten correct about Greek life is that being a part of a Greek organization makes your voice even louder on campus. So many members of Greek organizations are leaders and hold multiple different positions and greatly contribute to our community here at UAB. Not to mention, the GPAs of each council here are higher than the average UAB student GPA.
I think that the biggest misconception is that we want to make it this exclusive club that no one else can join but just ourselves. I really feel like we would love for everyone to be Greek, because I think that there are enough organizations out there that I always say that there is a Greek organization out there for everyone. There is somewhere where you would fit in and that you would get a lot out of the experience. A lot of people think because there's a selection process and there's recruitment that we are intentionally trying to be selective. And we do want good members, but I also think that we really would love to have as many people in our organizations as possible.
For me, I joined a sorority because I wanted to join an organization that depicted who I was. And Alpha Kappa Alpha represents so many virtuous women, so I wanted to be a part of something like that. We invest in so many people in this sorority. I've invested into it, it's invested in me, so that was one of the reasons why I decided to join, because I wanted to be a part of something bigger.
I think one of the biggest advantages of joining a Greek organization is having a group of girls, holding you accountable for everything. Knowing that you represent something bigger than yourself makes you more aware of what you do. And by representing AOPI, we're also representing UAB, so we look positive in every light.
For me, I just fell in love with the alphas here on campus. They were constantly in the library, always doing service, and that's why I decided to join this fraternity.
I chose Delta Gamma because it was the room that I walked in and I didn't feel like I had to say the right thing or be the certain person. I wasn't intimidated by them, and I just felt completely relaxed and at home. And that's something you want, especially when you're joining an organization for a very long time.
In high school and all throughout growing up in my childhood, I've always been in organizations, and also sports for teams. So basically, I wanted to kind of have a development to where I know I could get into leadership or have opportunities if I wanted to do so. So because it's a national leadership fraternity, of course, those opportunities are there. We encourage our guys all the time to do better, pick up roles, and so that's one thing I definitely wanted in a fraternity.
Came to UAB, I wasn't really sure that I wanted to go through recruitment, and I decided to. It was kind of just a decision, very, very last minute, and I had a very open mind because I didn't know really what sorority I wanted. I kind of had an idea of what I wanted, but I didn't know the specifics of each sorority, so I kind of went at it with a very open mind. And Alpha Gam happened to be the first party that I went to the first day of recruitment, and I absolutely fell in love. It was the genuine conversation. I could really feel that everybody wanted to be there, and it just really hit home with me that I could find myself being with these girls for the next 4 years.
I'll say I joined the sorority because, number one, for the sisterhood. I grew up not having many friends, and when I came to college, I only had 2 friends that I knew before college. And so now it's like I have these group of women that inspire me to do better and be better. So that for me was my number one. And then number 2, I would say, is obviously for the scholastic achievement and the service, because I have a passion for service. And my organization, my chapter here is very service-based and very service-oriented. So for me, that was important, again, to be a part of other women who had the same values and who wanted to do the same things that I wanted to do.
I definitely missed a sense of belonging here. The Sisters of Delta Phi Omega definitely provided that for me. They were leaders around campus. They were involved in so many different things, great GPAs, great service hours, and philanthropic activities. And they embraced their culture and heritage and traditions. And the combination of that was definitely a selling point.
The Greek system has been immortalized in pop culture as an essential part of the American college experience. Fraternities and sororities are often associated with parties, community involvement, and lots of alcohol. However, this reputation and numerous scandals in recent years have caused many to question whether fraternities and sororities are ultimately beneficial.
When it comes to Greek life, it seems some may rush to judgment.
Definitely preppy, and they like to go out a lot. Like, woo! Like parties, that's what I think of.
We do a lot more than party. This past year, our fraternity recognized us and gave us Chapter of the Year. We did a lot of community service and academic achievement, along with other things within our fraternity. Our pole marker president, he is JVP, and he represents the Alabama undergrads in our fraternity. That's really big for us to have like those 2 like awards in one position, really. We do a lot of community service, we do a lot of studying, and we focus a lot on school. We have a whole academic chair, and all he does is make sure that we like stay on our grades, our GPAs stay up, and everything like that.
One of the biggest advantages of joining my organization was very much how it developed me as a person. I came to college being very shy and kept to myself. I really had no interest in interacting a whole lot with other people, and not so much I guess that I didn't have an interest, but more that I was very just anxious about those interactions and felt like just one very small person in a very large community. And so the main thing that Chi Omega did for me was it made me feel like a better part of that community, helped me to feel more connected, but also, changed who I was as a person. I significantly changed from the Jennifer that people knew, as a senior in high school to the Jennifer that is honestly now working at UAB. I credit all of my success and the progress that I've made, not only as an individual, but even as a professional, to my sorority and the skills that it gave me, the experiences that I had, and the memories, of course, that made me never want to leave college.
Without Theta Chi, we wouldn't have been able to put together the UAB Makerspace as fast as we were able to do. I was given the opportunity to pursue creating one, and I had brothers who basically just jumped on from the beginning because they trusted me, and we planned, and we spent a semester putting together a plan to present to the School of Business and the School of Engineering, and by the end of the semester we had received funding and the Makerspace had started. And now if you come into the library, we've got a brand new wall, we've got 3D printers, Arduino, a lot of really exciting stuff, and without Theta Chi it wouldn't have happened.
Just recently we reached our $1 million goal, 3 years early actually, and we donated it to the Alzheimer's Association, so that was a pretty big thing for us, like Sigma Kappa as a whole.
And then more on like our level here at UAB, we had a fundraising event at Miss Dots, and it was a percentage night, and we raised over $200 for the Alzheimer's Association, and that was just with the people here at UAB?
Community service is like the tip top, very important for us. It's in our purpose, service to all mankind. And for us, it's just more so we love taking the time to invest in the community, invest in people. It's just something that it comes naturally for us. It's not like, okay, well I just kind of want to do it. It literally comes naturally. Like anytime we go somewhere, we can go to like a restaurant, we're like, ooh, okay, look at that little girl. Maybe we can start like a program for little girls. So it's something that is, and that's what I love so much about our organization is that is something that, regardless of, aside from like the strolling and the step shows, like one thing that people always know about us is that community service comes first.
So for me, every year we have like a go out into the streets kind of day, like every semester. And last semester, we went to go to a park, and it was like a whole bunch of our sisters, and we just like helped a neighborhood clean up their park and like pick up trash and everything. And I thought that was really nice, and that was one of the most memorable to me because it wasn't just about UAB, it wasn't just about one like group of people. It was us going into the Birmingham community and like interacting with them and talking with them and helping them clean up their place, which like we hang around all the time. So I thought that was really nice.
Community service is very important. Alpha Fraternity prides itself on having national programs. Go to high school, go to college. Project Alpha, Brothers Keeper. Those are just some of the things that we do by way of community service. We feed the homeless. We raise money for charities, March of Dimes, and name some others, Brother Brown.
Yeah, I'm actually community service chair of All the New, and we're really about growing our community and enhancing our community. One thing that we do in this current surrounding area is into the streets, where we go around, we pick up trash because we want to have a beautiful community, not just for ourselves, but for everyone else, for our future generations. And it's very important that you take pride in what you have. And community is a big part of what we have. We have to continue to make it better however we can.
Absolutely. So ATO has a lot of great guys. We all have like-minded interests. We care about our grades. We're actually the highest GPA right now. It's all above the all-men's average at UAB. And so grades are very important. We want to make sure our guys are being very successful in their classes, in life, in their jobs, and then the fraternity complements it, not substitutes it. And so that's why I joined Alpha Tau Omega, and it's who I am today. That's why.
So I think brotherhood has two different meanings. I think it has a superficial meaning, which is just sort of a group of guys or a sisterhood, a group of girls together having a good time. But I think there's a much deeper meaning in the word brotherhood. And I think that is that no matter where you are, no matter what situation you find yourself in, you always know that you have a group of individuals who will be there supporting you. Even if convention says you're wrong, they'll be there to support you.
Sisterhood means, having your close friends, girls who are there to support you, girls who are there whenever you're upset, to cherish good times with. They're there to help you go the extra mile, and they're really just your support system.
Like in life, you're gonna have times where you're gonna need somebody there for you to help you out, give you a helping hand when you're in need. And having all my brothers, not only my line and my provides there, and as one big chapter to help us out, is always something that we really like. And also having someone to hold you accountable, where if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing or reaching your full potential, you're gonna have somebody there that knows you well enough that you can do better and knows how to inspire you to do better.
It's not a put on in front of people, we don't just go out into the community and it's like, hey, blah, 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 in front of people. It's actually true sisterhood behind closed doors as well. You have some of us who stay with each other. You have some of us who taking each other places where we need to go. We're just a true backbone for each other.
I didn't feel like I needed to join a Greek organization because I was already so involved in campus, but I realized that these women were boldly and proudly South Asian, not as a caveat of their personality, but by embracing their heritage and culture full-heartedly, which I really liked.
Greek is good.
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 Greek is good.